Hello, everyone. It's Roxanne from the Make Art Studio, obviously. Hi, it is Friday, the 15th of December. Our year is coming to an end, and I am going to do a little DIY project. But instead of doing it by myself, which I usually would do with some music on, I decided I was going to invite you guys, or at least record it live. So if anyone is curious as to how I did it, you guys can always refer to this video. So welcome, welcome. Before I begin, I like to pray and bless the Lord. So today I am grateful, Father, for all of the blessings you've given us and all of the ways that you've made for us today, this week. And as we close the week, I pray, God, that you would continue to be with us and show us your goodness and your kindness and your love. Let this time of creativity be just so a blessing to you and pleasing offering to you, I pray. In Jesus' name, amen. Alrighty, so I did a tassel haul from one of my favorite spots in Brooklyn. And I would not kid you when I thought this store is closed. It's a hole in the wall on Flatbush Avenue, run by the most sweetest of guys. And I thought for sure that he was out of business. Because it's just like someone took all of the fabric, all of the tassels, all the threads and notions, and put it in a bag, shook it up, and threw it into this place. Of course, obviously, it's not that disoriented, but it looks so crazy because there's so much. It's so overwhelming. It'll take hours upon hours to figure out what it is you want. So I really didn't want to spend all that time. I figure maybe one day I'll go in there and show you guys what's in there. In the meantime, I just chose some things that I was able to see that really caught my interest right away. And trust me, there were so many things that caught my interest. So a couple of things that caught my interest were tassels. I was looking out for tassels, and I didn't want to go into the city to the very expensive stores to get the bougie tassels. I really wanted to get it from a mom and pop store. So I'm glad that he was still around. And I decided to get different color tassels that would match this particular Bible. And I also got a few that would match the other Bible that I'm getting. In fact, I think I'll tassel all my Bibles, now realizing that I can rebind my Bible when it gets too thick. So here they are. These are them. So I have this, this, and this. There were a couple other colors that I was looking at, but I didn't choose them because they were too bold and bright, and I'm not doing that yet. Probably maybe another day. This is kind of like the beginning or the end of a tassel, and I was kind of like, man, can you just cut this out because it's kind of fuzzy. It's been there for a while. Definitely need a bit of refresher, because you can tell already how this looks a little bit like, he's been around for a bit. Maybe just needs a little bit of brushing out and spraying and all that stuff to get it back down. But other than that, it was sold by the yard and it was not a bad deal. So I'm super excited. I also got some pom, I guess, fabric trim. Really cute. There were different colors. I chose kind of a neutral color, except for this is not neutral. And I also got the black pom-pom. I think there were red pom-poms and orange and pinks. I didn't really choose. Oh, I also got a blue pom-pom to go with my blue Bible that's coming in the mail. And I already own this lace. I own a jar of lace, believe it or not. That's not a lot of lace, I promise you. So I'm going to also use this lace to put on my Bible. This is my Bible here, and I have been loving this Bible. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put this Bible aside a bit. And let's just go through the lace. This one is a bit bent out of shape, so I have myself a little curling iron right here. And I'm just going to lower it down a little bit. There we go. What I do is I'm just going to gently go, and anywhere I see the lace needs a little bit of ironing, because I'm not going to put an entire iron on just to iron that. I'm just going to use the curling iron, the flat iron, I should say, just to flatten that lace out a bit. And you can see already, I'm not going to pull it. You can see already how flat it's getting, right? And this actually is a tool I purchased to do this with, to do any sort of little heating thing on paper. This is basically what I bought this tool for, and not for my hair, believe it or not. I found this tool in a dollar store for like $1.99. I was like, what? And it was a gift set. It came with a little pouch, which I don't have. And I think I liked the pouch more than I liked the iron. So I would say that I purchased the gift set with the pouch and the iron more because I liked the pouch it came in. And I was like, oh, you know what? As I looked upon it, I was like, I can use this to flat iron paper, to curl paper. So I thought, what a brilliant idea. I will never use this to flat iron my hair because it's too small. And well, I wouldn't say never. You never know. Sometimes you need something this small. So now we go. This is flat, and I know you're asking me, well, why am I not pulling this? Well, I'm not pulling it because I don't want the fabric itself to be ruined, right? So I'm just going to keep this flat like so. Alrighty. So I kind of know how long my Bible is, and I really only want it to be the length of the side, which is about 8.5 and 11. That looks really good already. So I'm going to keep it there. And anything I have left, I'm going to make a next tassel, but I'm not going to cut anything yet. All right. Alrighty. Let's see. I'm going to share. Alrighty. So the next one I'm going to go through is this lace right here. It's a bit bent out of shape. So I'm going to go in again. And I'm also going to, this one I could probably gently use the curling iron, but you can tell already that I'm pulling the pattern out. I don't want to ruin the fabric, ruin the design itself. So I'm just going to gently flat iron this. I promise you this is the best way to do it, only because, it's just little by little. But of course, if you don't have this time, you use your ironing board and you just go through it, right? Because I want it to be flat. That's the purpose. I want it to be flat. When I put it in my Bible, it'll be beautiful and pretty much flat. So let's just get that flat. So here we have on this end. So this one is done. And now I'm going to go and do this one. So depending on the material of the lace, you have to go really quickly. And I feel like this has a little bit of plastic in it because of the elastic in there. So what I'm going to do is just really quickly flatten this out. And yes, some lace are synthetic and some lace are all natural, obviously. The more expensive the lace is, the more natural that it would be, more natural fibers, generally speaking, right? Okay. So let's see what we can do with this. Maybe we can bring this down a bit. I don't know. It really just needs a little bit of sprucing up and spray, but I'm not going to worry too much about it. I can already tell this is a bit of synthetic fibers here, and probably it just needs a little bit of combing out and it'll get down. But I'll leave this like this. I'm thinking if I want this to be this long, I guess I have no choice. I can also take a thread and tack this up a little higher if I wanted to, but I'm not going to do that. Alrighty, so everything is okay. Oops, we do have this one. This one I'm going to run through quickly. It's pretty thick and it could take the heat. So let's just run that through. really quickly. It's important that it's flat, and you would see why. Otherwise you're dealing with something that's not going to stick or lay flat. You need it to be flat when you're working with it. Otherwise, it's just going to be a pain in the butt, I promise you. But you don't need all of it to be flat. You just need some parts of it to be flat. Alrighty. So now that we have all that done, I'm going to close this up, unplug my little curling iron, and now I'm going to get the paper that I am going to, let me lift this up a bit, that I'm going to put the tassels on, which is going to go in my Bible. Now, some people stick tassels directly on the pages of their Bible, right here, which is, I'm sure, cool. I just feel like that's so heavy and it may, tear the page, and I don't want that. So I decided I was going to do tip-ins with tassels and then probably just stick the tip-ins inside of here, which is the best way, for me at least. So I have a few tip-ins here that I have worked on. Let me take them out for you. Yes, they sort of match the whole theme of this Bible, which is, believe it or not, a style that I am not necessarily, it's not my go-to style. But because of the color of the Bible, which, because the Bible was $12, I got it. Is it my favorite color of all times? No, not particularly, but I have actually grown to love this color. But because of its watercolor, peachy sort of look, I realized I was really kind of limited to a lot of neutral tones in this Bible. So I'm going to go all neutral with this, but I also know that there's blue in here, it's blue. So, and it makes sense because the other Bible is also blue. And so I'm looking at just the whole theme of it in terms of color, and I'm like, okay, I can't really go dark. I can go beige. I can go light blue. And so those are the colors that I am looking at when I want to decorate this Bible. And so what I did was I went into my stash of paper, and this here is craft paper, I would say. This is from a very old pack of Martha Stewart's paper pack. Let me show you what that looks like. I'm really excited because finally I get a chance to use this Martha Stewart paper pack and all the other paper packs that I have been looking at that I purchased. And I was like, wow, okay, I get to use these things now. How fun. So this is what a paper pack looks like. If you don't know, I call it a paper pack. This is 12 by 12, and it's a paper pad. Sorry, not a pack. And basically, I just chose paper that will match this Bible, that I think will really match. What I love about this particular pad is that it's double-sided, right? So I can choose this one if I wanted to, because there's a yellow on the side. And what other color am I looking at? I already have this one, and I think I want to go with the leaves, but I think the other side of the leaves are the green and white crocodile, and I'm not too sure I'm liking that. So let's see what's on this side. I'm gonna save some of this for the tip-ins, but so far this is what we have, and this is what, let's see right here. Yep. Well, probably I can use this. I don't know how I feel about the green in there because I know that there's blue. Let's see what the blue has. Okay. So the reason why I like this paper pad is because it has print on both sides. So because it has print on both sides, I don't have to worry with the white part. I don't have to decorate. So I'm going to use 1, 2, 3. And I already have these cut out. And this is a bit more, I would say, vintage looking. So we'll see what happens. Alrighty. So this is going to go inside of my Bible here. And I'm going to put the tassels at the end. I really like how this looks. Actually, more than I like the boldness of these, to be honest. Because now I'm introducing yellow and I don't want to introduce too many bold colors. So most likely I wouldn't use this one. This is okay because it's pink, but it kind of looks peachy. It can pass. And I can always bend it this way. So I think I'll keep this one. And of course we have this. I am introducing that bold green that I didn't want to introduce, but I think it would work. I think it would look good. So I'm going to keep this one. Also because I do like this design. So now I have these two designs. So let me start cutting it out and show you what I'm going to do. Move the Bible. So these are already cut out. And I don't know how many of them I'm going to use. The fun thing about this is I can interchange the decorations and the tassels in my Bible. So for example, it's a Christmas season. If I wanted my Bible to look really Christmassy, I actually could have, and I didn't even think of that. I could have gotten the red and the greens and the flowers, and probably I might do that. You know, I'll do that tomorrow if you guys are interested in seeing what that would look like, and then get the paper to match. And I think that will actually be a great idea to have something that's that versatile that you could interchange and your Bible doesn't always look the same way. But for now, this is what we have, and these are the tassels that I'll be working with. So let me clear the space out, and now I'm going to make sure I cut it properly. So the peacocks, when you're dealing with paper with a pattern, you want to make sure that, it's going to fold correctly. So here I have the leaves are going up or down, but I'm more concerned about the peacocks. So I know that I'm going to be pushing this tip into my Bible. So most likely I want to fold it here so you can see the peacocks. So let's see the measurements that I want. This is the measurement that I want right here. So I am just going to score this down. Let's just make sure that I'm doing the right thing. Yep, I am. It's just basically as though you're making a folder, but I'm not making a folder. I am simply just making a tip in with a tassel on it that I will eventually stick permanently in my Bible. So I'm going to cut this down. And now I'm going to bend this size because this is the size of my Bible. The pages inside my Bible. So I did measure it, and I'll show you guys what I mean. Okay, so now I have this one. Oops, I can see already that it's a little bit lopsy. Let's just cut this like this. I know you might be wondering, well, why do I have that flap? I don't know yet, to be honest. I don't know yet. I don't know why I have this flap. I just feel like it's a nice thing to have. I'm going to stick this on here and stick it in my Bible. I don't know yet. Maybe it's a pocket. Maybe it's a pocket to hold things in. I don't know. But I do know that I don't want it to just be one paper. I do want to have the flap. And I do like knowing that if I wanted to, I can write on here or put a sticky notes or something. For some reason, I just like storage space. And this is basically creating storage space in my Bible. So now I have these. Just make sure it's lined up. You can tell. And now I am going to do this one. Now I do like this side a lot. So I'm going to stick with this side. First, of course, let's get the measurements. Let's get the height of it. Let's cut that down. Those of you who have a knife cutters and paper cutters, paper cutting tables, this is going to be so easy for you. I do have one, but it's way too big for this table. And I can't find a small one. You know, if I could find a small one, oops, I do have the small one. Here it is. How much easier would life have been had I just brought this out? Okay, so let's line this up really straight and nice. And hopefully, there we go. How perfect is this? I mean, seriously, why was I stressing myself out? Okay, now we're good. Now I could look and see how this is not even. I could calm myself down and straighten this out. It's good to know where your tools are. I have a really small apartment, and wow, this is so uneven. Look at this. Look at that. And so I tend to pack everything away really neatly, and then I don't know where things are. I don't know if you have that same problem as me. It would be nice to have everything just on display so I could see everything, but that's not the case. So this is it. And we're done. Alrighty, I'm gonna save this for probably, I don't know. I could make tabs with this. It's so fun to have different color tabs and things in your Bible. So I'm gonna keep this for that. Or bookmarks, I don't know yet. Remember, it is double-sided, so it's a lot of fun paper, right? So I'm gonna clean this up, put this away. So now to decorate this. There's a couple things can happen here. I can do a stitch and I could sew it down, right? I could, but then I would not be able to bend this open. And I don't know yet if I want to bend it open or not. Or I could stick this down with this fabric glue that I have. I'm choosing right now to stick it down with the fabric glue. I am choosing to not do a permanent thing until I know the permanent thing that I want to do. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get my little glue pasty thing, which is like this thing that I have here. And I'm going to protect the surface. So to protect my surface, I need some sort of, you know, I can use this. You know, I really don't want to use, I'll just use this. Okay, because I have more of this. Now, here's where we decide if we want to go matchy-matchy or if I want to, you know, just whatever happens. I think, knowing myself, I want to go whatever happens, but I want to be intentional. So I know that these two are bright colors, so probably I'll put the blue, and there was another one I thought there was another one here, and oops, there is another one. Here we go. This and this will go in these two. So we know that for sure. And then probably this will go for this one. Even though I think I should put the pom-poms on here, but I think the pom-poms will look really nice on this one. And then I have this and this. So I think probably I'd put this lace on here, and probably I'll put this lace on there. So that means we have this left over, and I would just need to have 2 more tip-ins, but that's okay. We can always get that. So let's put this aside because we'll be working with the pom-poms first. So now that I know what I'm doing, and I bought 1 yard each, so I have a whole lot left over to use. This is one I said this was going to go with this, and I said this was going to go with this. Okay, perfect. So now let's do it. First thing I'm going to do is just make sure that this is sealed down like this. Real nice. And now shake up my glue. I am so bad at storing glue and fabric and stuff. Ideally, I should have a little container where I just put some of this glue onto instead of dipping into it. But I don't have that right now. So we just kind of open it up and dip into it. I really don't want to do that because I really don't want to keep it open. So you know what? Let me just find something that I can use. Sure, I have something somewhere that I can use. Something somewhere in this whole mess of things that I have. Oh, I do. Here we go. A picture frame. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this glue and put it on here. This is fabric glue. So now it's closed. There's no air in there. And we're good to go. I have my little, I would say it's a heat gun or heated tool to dry things. So I'm good to go. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to measure the tassel. I want to make sure right here. Do you see right here that nothing is coming out? And I am not exactly sure. I'm not exactly sure how you stop a tassel from fraying. I don't know. So I'm going to take a bet and leave a little bit on top. So when I learn how to stop a tassel from fraying, I will have a little bit to work with. Plus, I really want this tassel to start right on the top. So I'm going to measure this out like this and see. This is perfect. Do you see that? That's perfect. So I got to cut this right here. And I'm going to cut it right in the middle of these two tassels. Put this away. And now I'm going to put my glue on here. It's really simple when you think about it. And put my glue on there. I did not read the instructions for this glue, to be honest. And probably I should put the glue on the tassel first. But what I do know about tacky glue is that you have to put it on and then wait maybe a minute or two, which I think is actually too long. So wait maybe a couple of seconds for it to get a little tacky, and then you stick. So now I'm going to put some glue on the back of the tassel. So I'm not doing anything too neat, or I'm definitely not putting it all over. I'm just trying to make sure it gets to the edges. And there we go. I can already tell it's hot in my apartment because the heater is on, that this is drying. So I'm going to stick this up here, right at the edge, and press. Now, let me just read to see if I apply heat. There's any warning for heat on here. Because what I can also do is I can apply some heat on here. And it says it doesn't say flammable. Let's just see the cautions. Because, you know, sometimes you have to be careful with stuff like this. It says do not saturate the fabric. I didn't do that. Because it becomes stiff. Emergency, of course you don't want to drink it. It's washable after 24 hours. I'm not going to wash this. Shake well between each use. No fabric softener, protect area. Okay, good, perfect. So I'm doing pretty well. And look, do you see that? And I think honestly, I can cut this off right here. This is pretty stuck down. I don't think it's going to shed or unravel. So now I'm just going to go in there and look to see if there's any parts that may need a little bit of glue. I'm going to just stick some little glue in there. But now I know kind of like what I need to be looking out for. Take my heat tool and just blow on it a bit. And there we go. My first tip in. Isn't that the coolest thing? I think this is super cool. My first tip in, and I'll put this on this side. So let's do this one. And basically this is just rinse and repeat. You know what I'm saying? You're just gonna do it over and over until it's done. So again, I'm going to line this up. I'm realizing how many of these little tassels I will need for this Bible. Fun thing is I can even also cut this out here and use this somewhere else. But I'm not going to do that right now. So again, I'm going to put some of this glue on here, but this time I'm going to go a little bit wider. How you guys doing today? It is Friday, probably the last Friday before Christmas. I remember when I was a child, it's such an exciting week. Christmas was coming, gifts and cheer and all of those things. And it's so different this year, isn't it? At least for me, I think. It's just so different. It's also different because in my home country, Christmas is a humongous celebration with music and food and festivities, and basically the whole country just celebrates it nonstop. And neighbors come together and sing parang, and it's so different here. You know, there's some parts of Brooklyn that you don't even know it's Christmas. It's so weird. I almost feel cheated of Christmas or the holidays. And yes, I'm a Christian, and it's not about the food and the gifts and the tree and all of that stuff. It's not about that, and I know that. However, I do love the celebration and the festivities, and I think we should celebrate. I think that we should be happy, and I think there should be lights and ornaments and trees and poinsettias and food and caroling and singing and rejoicing and dancing. I think that it should be, however you want to do it. If you don't want to have a tree, or you don't want to have decorations, whatever. Like, I'm not one of those Christians who is like, oh, this is like a Christmas tree is from this place and it's a bad thing to have. I'm not that person. And the reason why I'm not that person is because, I'm not going to worship I'm not worshiping a Christmas tree. Nor am I worshiping the gifts or thinking about bowing down to the tinsel. I'm not doing all that. It's part of a joyous time that we can come together and celebrate our Savior. And why not? Why not? Why not? It's such a beautiful time of celebration. Why not? How many things do we get to celebrate? Right? And so I'm all for the celebration. I'm all for coming together as a family. I'm all for, relationship rebuilding and food and festivities. I'm all for that. Why not? It's a beautiful time. It's a beautiful time to remember Christ, and it should be celebrated however you want to celebrate it. But what it shouldn't be is gloomy and sad and dull and, why? Why would we have it that way? The angels proclaimed to the shepherds, rejoice. Good news I bring to you. Yeah. Should be a wonderful time. I think this one looks really nice. I like the color of it. I didn't see this one in the store right away. it was hiding among a lot of other things. I have to show you guys the store. Now, if you want to see the store, you gotta let me know, okay? I can go in there and do a live and show you. And it has every manner of fabric and texture and lace and patterns and buttons, all sorts of things. Of course, not everything, you know, but oh my goodness, they have a lot of things in there. So if ever you guys want me to do a little tour for you, I would absolutely do it. Now, it's just one of those stores, as I said when I first started, where it looked as though someone took all the lace and all the fabric and all the edgings, and they tossed it in a bag and they threw it in the air, and wherever it landed, it landed. But it's not really like that. It's pretty organized, but then it's not, you know. It looks as though all of this beautiful, beautiful lace is raining on you. I kid you not. It's just wrapped up in the ceiling. I mean, there's a part of that store where there isn't even enough space to put some of the lace decoupage. So he pinned it to the ceiling. So when you look up, you see it. It's so freaking amazing. I love it so much. And I honor him for sticking around in Brooklyn under the situation where a lot of these stores are being bought up, these little mom and pop store, because he owns the store himself. And they're being demolished and huge luxury buildings are going up. So I honor him for keeping it and for keeping it in his family. That's something that is very rare, you know, because, you know, the buyers, the investors, they're always looking for places like this. And even though it looks like a little dump, not really a dump, but like, you know, it's worth millions of dollars. And it's really easy for him to give in and sell it for that much. But, you know, after having a talk with him, he's like, yeah, no, I'm just going to keep it. It's been in his family from generations. And I think, oh, how wonderful. And I get to benefit from his hard work of building this little business that sells beautiful lace and edgings and all of that good stuff. So here we go. This one is really cute. I feel like I'm selling something. Oh my goodness. Okay, so now we are done with the ones that looks like tassels. What do we have so far? Look what we have so far. That looks super cute, right? Wait till you see it in my Bible. Wait till you see it in my Bible. Look at this. Okay. Now, let's do the pom-poms. So the pom-poms has a bit more holes in it, right? So I'm considering, how am I going to do this glue? Ideally, it would have been good if I had some sort of glue fabric that would stick, but then I realized the glue, the sticky part would still be coming and seeping through the holes. And with that being the case, anything could get in there and stick on there and it could look really messy. So I have to rethink. This. And my short rethinking just says, hey, just do what you're doing. So let me put some more glue on here. I don't know why the spray isn't working, and I have never ever used this, but hey, whatever. Okay, so now I have so much. Would you guys like some of this? I mean, if you want some of this, I can probably go to the store. Now, hold a second. I wonder if I should do the other side too. Maybe not. Okay, I can probably go to the store and see what you guys would want. You guys let me know and get it for you. That's a thought. But you'll have to let me know. I'm going to do this again. Because I have another Bible that's coming that's blue. And I want to do the same thing with it. I think it'll be so much fun. Especially if you want to gift it to someone. I think this will be so fun to gift. Even if you don't have a Bible, let's just say, okay? The person doesn't have a Bible, but you just gift them these cute things to put inside of your Bible. Or you can ask them what's the measurement of their Bible that they have. And then you make this for them and you put it in, you gift it to them. How fun would that be, right? So here we go. And do you hear that? Do you hear that noise? I swear to you, this is how it is every day here. Okay. Do you guys pray for people when you hear an ambulance? Oh, look at that. It didn't stick. I wonder why. I wonder why it just lifted up so quickly. Okay, let's try again. We have to move quicker with this particular material. I hope it's not going to give trouble, you know, of all the ones. We have to put more glue on there. Oh, it's not sticking down. How crazy is that, right? It's incredibly interesting. I may have to sew this down or something. Well, that's a new one. Oh, okay. Let's see again. Let's do it piece by piece and see what happens. I wonder what's up with this. I wonder if it's... The other one stuck down so quickly. This one isn't. Look, it refuses to stick. It must be the plastic. I don't know what's happening. This is so crazy. Okay. Okay, well, let's move on. Okay. That's interesting. So let's do this one. Let's do the lace. I wonder if the lace would give me problems too. Let's see. I feel probably I have to go a little faster. So let me do this real fast here. The glue is still tacky. But I wonder what happened. I have no idea. Alrighty. Maybe there isn't enough surface area on the fabric that will allow the glue to stay, but I think there's enough. And so is this one. Okay, so this isn't sticking either. I'm going to assume it's because probably it's a plastic in there. I feel the tackiness on there, but I don't know what's wrong. And I'm really bummed about it because I really like the pom-poms. Pom-poms is not giving me... Does anyone know why probably it's not going to stick? It's not deciding to stick. Let me try something else. Let's see. I do have... Where to go? I do have this. I'm at a loss. It's almost as though I didn't put any glue on here. It's a little bit tacky. Okay, let's try again. Yeah. It just refuses to stay down. And I don't know why. It's the weirdest thing. Does anyone know why this would not stick on a piece of paper? Maybe the texture? I mean, like, what? Oh, you know what I'm going to do? Let's see something. This permanent tape is, like, serious. Do I have any more in this? No, I don't. Okay. I don't have any more in this one either. I have no more permanent tape. What's wrong with me? Let me see. Okay, so now I have to find permanent tape, or I can use a glue gun. And I don't have my glue gun set up. Oh. What else can I use for this? I can stitch it down, but I don't want to stitch it down. I think the glue gun is gonna work. The glue gun is so messy. I don't like using the glue gun, but I think that's gonna be what's gonna have to work. So let me get that. Okay, so this is my glue gun. And it's a very old glue gun. Let's move this over. Oh, hold on. This looks at, nope. Now I wonder if this is ever gonna come off. Let's see. It's not going to. This is stuck down properly. I'm a bit nervous now. Probably should have used, okay, that stays. That's fine. So this is a very old glue gun that they don't sell anymore, and to be honest, I can't even take this part off. Oh, wait a minute, I can. Okay, so let's put this part on here. How crazy is that? Because I have never been able to take that part off. Okay, so super. I mean, you could tell how old this thing is. It's like an old glue gun. Okay, there we go. So now I'm just gonna wait until this heats up. Is it on? So what do we have so far? We have these three, and let's look and see how they look in my Bible. I think they look super cool. Look at that. Now you tell me. This is so cool, isn't it? Right? And yeah, I really like the way it came out. And then I have the lace, and then I have the pom-poms, and I'm done. I'm done with kind of like how I want to decorate this Bible for now. I also have some extras, so if I wanted to, I can do an entire tassel, like for example, like this. Like, I like making these things. This is like old jewelry that I have. This, I can't remember what this is from. Probably an old tassel. And I don't remember what this is from. But I really liked making these. This is like pieces of leather that I had that I cut up, and some lace, and again some more leather fabric. This chain here, these beads are old jewelry that I found that broke. Again, here some old jewelry. Just really cool. I really like it, and I think that I want to make something. I I really, really like this one, to be honest. This is my favorite one. I want to make something to go with this Bible, even though this one goes with this Bible because of the blue. I probably could make this again if I can find where I'm keeping these. This is a little feather I have some feathers. I have to do the research and I have to find where these are also. I mean, I have all of these things at home, but it's where are they? Because I clean up so well and I put things away so well that I don't know where they are when I'm looking for them. Okay, let's see where we are with the glue gun. Okay, we're getting somewhere with the glue gun. I always say that I should buy a new glue gun, and then I don't. And I'm wondering, oh, there we go. Here we have some glue coming out, but let's just wait a little bit because it's not coming out too fast. There we go. Perfect. I just need it to come out a little faster. I don't know if this glue gun works too well anymore, to be honest. Okay, so let's go back again with this and see why we are not working. So full disclosure, I am not really quick with the glue gun, okay? I don't squeeze fast enough and it dries up. So I'm going to go piece by piece. There you go. And it sticks down, obviously, because it is a glue gun, it would stick down. I didn't want to use a glue gun, but I guess I have to. So I'm going to put some more again. And the reason why I didn't want to use a glue gun was because of the bulking. And I didn't want to have the glue coming out of the holes, but I guess that's what we need for this. And I probably should have used the glue gun on the rest of them, but it's okay because I'll do this again. So probably I wouldn't use the fabric glue. Probably I will just use the glue gun going forward. So if you have a glue gun, this is the way to go, for this at least. And if you know how to use it really quickly, then you're good to go. I also don't like all these things on my hand. It's like, oh. Not the straightest, not the perfect. And of course, look, do you see what happened right there? Look at that. And if I could take this off. Nope, I can't. Okay, fine. It is what it is. We're leaving it like this. I was so excited that it worked that I didn't check to see if everything was lined up, and it wasn't. So it's kind of janky. But I can probably, I would leave it like this. Let me take this off. Oh, well, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. It's going to work. This is actually the last of this particular paper that I have, so I can't make this again. So lesson learned, pay attention. Okay, let's put this away here. And now for this lace. Clean the tip of the glue gun with something. What would I clean the tip of the glue gun with? I don't even know. That's how much I don't use a glue gun. I'm sure there's something you use to clean the tip of it. Alrighty, so I'm just gonna run this really quickly here. It's so weird because the glue gets in through the holes of the lace. And that's what I didn't want to happen. But you know what? It's okay. The other option I have is to probably put something on top of the lace too. Maybe another decoration of sorts. I don't know. I can't think. What do you guys think? If I were to put, probably, let's see here. See, I didn't want it to be a whole thing. Okay, this is a lot for you to watch. So I'm going to pour this down. It was like right in your face, and I'm really sorry about that. This is not the color that I want to use in this Bible. It might be a surprise element. Okay, so let's go for it. Let's go for a surprise element. Okay, let me take this out. Cut this. And what else do I have here? Remember I told you guys I have a jar of lace, so this is it. So ideally, what would have been nice is had I gather this lace up, right, and then stick it on my book. But I didn't do that. I did not do that. Probably the next time I do that. I'm trying to go real easy right now. Not too much work. So if I would put this here, this will look kind of cool. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this being in my Bible like this. That color doesn't really do anything, but it is a pop. It is interesting. It would make everything look so interesting. And I think I'd go for the interest. You know what I mean? Why not? Okay. So the only reason why I'm putting this on top of this is because of this thick layer right here of glue gun glue. So now I have to run the glue gun nib on top of this to heat this up a bit. To melt the glue so I could put this back on there. This is an afterthought, which is why this is happening. So I'm heating this up, and as I'm heating this up, I'm gonna be sticking this on like this. Do you see what I'm saying? You see that? So I'm not squeezing this. I'm just heating up. I'm sorry. I'm just heating up what's already there, because there's a lot already there. And then bringing this back. So probably zoom in there a little bit. Oh, I can't. Oh, thank you for telling me it's a nice color choice. I just saw your comment. Okay. So this way I get to cover up that mound of glue gun glue with this. I'm not squeezing this. I'm just using the hot nib on top of where the glue already exists and running this through. Do you see what I'm doing here? This is just literally a hack I just thought of. There's enough glue here to push through the little holes of the lace and get on this green trim. There's a name for this green trim, which I don't know at the moment. And if you know what it is, you can tell me. I don't know what it is right now. Okay. That doesn't look that bad, I have to say. You know what I mean? This is pretty cool. So let's get in there. It's like melting glue. Melting glue gun glue. Alrighty. There you go. A little bit more. Perfect. Woo, woo, child. Let me see. Okay. Do I want to do this again? Not really. I don't want to do this again. Did it. Now to do this one. And I know that if I do this one, I have to do that same process. And I don't have another, I don't have something else to cover. Well, actually I do, but it's yellow and I don't want to use yellow. Because then man, oh man. I do have the yellow, but I do want to use the yellow with the blue. You know what? Let's see what I have in here. What do I have in here? Definitely not orange. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. There was a real bright pink one. Where did that one go? Where did that one go? Yeah. There was a really bright pink lace that I ironed out earlier. Oh, here it is. This one right here. Okay. So we have something we can work with. I can probably do this and this together. What do you think? I can probably do these two together. Let's cut it and see. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about these two together. But because I really just wanted to have this alone by itself on the edge of one. You know what I mean? I really wanted that by itself. But it seems as though that's not going to happen unless probably if I were to gather this up a little bit, maybe that'll work. Let's do that. Let's do some gathering. I think that's what I'm going to go do. I have my glue gun, so I know it's going to work. So I'm just going to put a little dot here and then start gathering. Now the glue gun is hot, so, you know, I got to watch my fingers, but just a little bit. And just gather that up a bit. Yep, it's going to work. I know that this probably is not the best, quickest way to do the thing. It is the way that I'm doing it right now because I just don't want to run a thread in this and do all the other things. What would be fun is if I had something that's a bit neutral to put on top of the gathers, you know? Or some sort of bling. Oh yes, I do have bling. I do. However, I have to remember that the pages are going to go on top of this. So I don't want it to be too bulky, and I definitely don't want to have anything that's too sharp to rip the page. You know? This looks super cool. And it's really easy to do, and I thank God for that. Because I wasn't looking for too much of a hard thing to do. I do have enough lace to go through with us, so that's a good thing. And I probably will put a tiny, delicate lace to run on top of this. I probably would stick that with the glue. So all I'm doing is really just crunching up. See what I'm saying? See that? Do you see that? That's what I'm doing. Glue guns are serious. These things are serious tools, man. I need to use it more, but for what reason, right? I'm a paper crafter, paper journaler. I use glue stick and glue runner. Why would I use a glue gun? I have a friend who uses a glue gun to stick her stickers with. I feel that's a bit much. I feel that's a bit violent. I mean, seriously. For want of a better word, I feel like it's really violent to put stickers, to stick, like, you know, stickers with a glue gun in your notebook. I feel like that's like doing a lot for no reason at all. That's just me. You know, people build entire things with glue guns. So, but anyway, everybody does what they want to do. And when I saw her do it, I was like, oh my God. Like, why didn't you just use like a glue stick or something? You know what I mean? I don't know if you agree with me or not. I feel like it's just like she did the most right there. But you know what? I supported her. I loved her. I said she needed to get maybe Elmer's glue. Elmer's glue would have been better than sticking stickers in a journal, not on, you know, wood or on something like a cup or mug. She's just sticking a regular sticker, a printable, you know, that she saw from a magazine or something. She's sticking a regular thing, and she put glue. She used a glue gun with glue stick. The glue gun glue stick to stick the thing with. I felt that was a lot. That's just me. Yeah, I'm judging a bit, but she's cute, so. I think it'll be so fun to put this here, right? But then that just becomes a lot, but maybe for another project, right? So I did say I had some sort of delicate lace I could put on here. I'm not going to put this on here. I'm not going to. I'm just going to leave it like this. And probably if I find something that is blingy, I would do so. But I'm going to leave this like this because I feel like something needs to go on top of this, but I don't know what yet. So I'm going to leave this like this. Alrighty, so I have this left, and I probably should get another paper. So I didn't want to use this, and I guess I would have to because, well, it matches. And there is the yellow, so now I get to use yellow. Let's see how I'm going to cut this. Do I want us to fold this way or this way? I think I wanted to fold this way. Okay, so now let's move all of this paper and all of this scissor and glue out of the way. Now, honestly, this would make such a great folder, wouldn't it? Seriously, look at this beautiful folder this makes. But nope, it's not a folder. At least I don't think it's a folder. It could be a folder if I wanted it to be a folder. You know, maybe I'll just leave it as a folder. It looks so cute as a folder, right? Let's just measure it to make sure. Okay, it's perfect. I mean, I would hate to cut it, this. I'm just going to leave it as a folder. It's going to be the folder in my Bible. So now I can run this right here. You know what I'm saying? This can work. Oops. Protect. I'm taking a risk, guys. I went for it. I went all the way for it. I took a risk. Let's lay it down real quick. As I said, I'm not the best glue gun user because I don't use it a lot. Yeah. This is super cute. I do love it. Oh my goodness. If you told me in 2020 that I'll be putting tassels in my Bible, I would say, liar. Absolutely not. You're a liar. I don't like things hanging out of my Bible. I don't like things sticking out. I like it to be neat and nice. And then something changed. I don't know what changed. You know, we grow. We don't like things. And then one day we do, right? And now look at me. I got lace coming out of my Bible. Who would have thought? It's not like me at all. So here we are. This is what it's going to look like. I think it's going to be absolutely beautiful. So let's see. It's all going to go in this one Bible. I'm not going to do too much more. So let's put one here. I really am not feeling this green. So I'm going to hide it. Hide it right here. Let's put this one here. Oops. I want to get it. Okay, you know what? Let's move this from here. And let's put this one here. And then we have another tassel. And then we have this one. You can go here. And then we have another tassel. And then we can probably, I think I need like 2 more. And then we have another tassel. So I just put them anywhere in my Bible for now until I know exactly where I want to keep them permanently. And let's see how this looks. What do you guys think, huh? Thoughts? Let's get this out here so that's a little flat. I think it looks super cute. And I'm really happy about it, except this one part here where the pom-poms isn't showing. And I think that I'll put some more pom-poms here. I'll do another one and put pom-poms maybe in the middle. And I do have this other color that I didn't use, but I think that's way too much, right? I mean, is it really way too much? You know what I'm saying? It's never too much, is it? It's never too much. There's always room for more. If I were to put this in here. The problem with this one is really long, so I didn't want to use it. So, but it would be so cute if it was there, but it's way too long. So I'm not going to use this one. When I mean too long, I mean the tassels hanging down is way too long. But you know what I could do is, I can absolutely put it on top of this if I wanted to make a bookmark or something. I can absolutely put it on top here. And there's my bookmark. See what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Right there. There's my bookmark. Let's just try. I'm not going to use too much because I'm thinking that I want to use some of this for tabs, you know, my Bible. So, ooh, this is coming out already. Oh, look at this. This just came out. So, okay, so it unraveled, and now I have to figure out how to get this back. It's okay. So, I mean, this looks super cute, right? This is super cute. I could punch a hole in there, and here I have it, a tag. So let's cut this right here. Cut this right here. So basically, I guess what I would have to do with this is secure this with some glue. Oh, everything is sticking to my hand because of the glue. Secure this with some glue. Punch a hole inside of here. And here I have a tag. Boom. There's my tag. I think that's super cool. It was super easy to do this. I just need to get this in here. So how would I do that? Because this is so short, I can also get a needle. Let's see, this comes out. So I can probably get a big needle, right? Thread this and then probably somehow pull it through. I don't know, but I'll have to get a needle in there. Oh, I can easily just tie this up and use a different thread or something, but I really wanted to keep this thread, so I'll have to figure that out. It's not too hard to figure out, I'm sure. It'll just be a little bit of thinking through. And of course, I can also decorate the tassel with something. So I have beads, you know, I have lots of beads that I have at home. So I could probably even put a bead on here, you know, and, you know, put a hook on there, probably. I could probably do that. I could probably put a bead and a hook on here, and then I could hook this onto here. Oh, that's it. That's what I'm going to do. Well, ladies, it was such a pleasure. I'm so glad you guys came to hang with me. And now I'm realizing that, well, I have an extra, this one here. I didn't use this one. I really want to use this one too. So we'll see. Well, it was a pleasure. Thank you for coming and hanging with me as I do this. This is something that I would do by myself as I listen to worship music or a podcast or something. But I figured, you know what? I'll come here and I'll do it with you guys because I think it's so much fun to do things together. Alrighty, well, have a wonderful night. Bye.